We're live. Good morning.
Morning.
Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm having a great day. It was kind of a rough night last night, but so far so good today. I think, what's today? Is today Thursday? I think it is Thursday. Thursday the 9th. So that's not bad. It's pretty bad when you don't remember the day of the week, but oh well, that's life. That's too funny, actually. Who doesn't remember the day of the week? That'd be me. Nikki, are you headed to your uncle's?
Yeah, soon.
Yeah. Road
I
trip.
gotta go. I gotta go to the bank and stuff first. And then I forgot my frickin' storage shed key at home, so now I gotta go home and run all the way back to town again.
Oh gosh.
Get a pain in my butt.
I was gonna tell you, with you going down south and your uncle's down south, right?
No, he's just 2 hours south of
Just
me.
okay. So
I
I don't know. You might try a couple of thrift stores down there. Have you ever tried
yeah
any thrift stores down that area?
yeah
Are they
yeah.
a little?
They're okay. Some of
Yeah.
them, most of them aren't very good. There's one that's okay. I've gone there before, and they like had a sale going on, and it was like 20 25 cents for knives, and I got
Mhm.
like a crap load full of knives, a crap load of knives, and they were really good knives. And I sold one of them for like $50, and sold some
Wow.
other ones for like $20, and so that was a good find. But yeah, usually they don't really have much. Got myself a brand new pair of snow pants one time down there for
Mhm.
like $7. I haven't worn them yet, but I have them.
Yeah. Just in case you need them, huh?
Yeah,
They'll come in handy. Well, that's
snowed
good.
last night a little bit, but we only got just a little dusting.
Uh huh.
Did you see that link I sent you about Graveyard Grill? About a
I
$950 mystery box.
Oh my gosh, I seen that. I was like, "What in the world? What
Yeah,
did you do?
she
How
bought a
could some?"
$950 box, and it was supposed to be 90s. And she's been saying she has a lot of subscribers. She's actually pretty funny to watch sometimes, but she my daughter watches her a lot, and so I started watching her because I thought she was funny. Anyways, she does a lot of unboxings and stuff like that. But she's just funny with her facial expressions and some of the
Oh
stuff
yeah.
she says. Anyways, she well she got mystery box, like a $300 mystery box one time, and I mean it wasn't really that great, but it was okay. Well, anyways, so she had been mentioning how she's a '90s child, and she wanted to find a '90s mystery box, but she hasn't found one yet.
Mhm.
And ever since she said that, all of a sudden, all these '90s mystery boxes have been popping up on eBay. So
Hmm.
she's thinking that this one was targeting her. Um, so, anyways, she bought it, and it was just a bunch of crap, and literally crap. There was like poop, bug poop, and mice poop, or whatever, in the bottom of the box, and
Oh my
she even
gosh.
said she lives in Texas, so she said, I mean, cockroaches are here, but um, she said, but we moved into this house and we haven't seen any cockroaches. She said, but when she calls her boyfriend Dog Man, anyways, she said when Dog Man brought it in, they ended up seeing a dead cockroach near the box. Um, and so now she's got the exterminator coming because she's not sure because she said that on the bear. I don't know. I saw something. I didn't know what it was myself because we don't have cockroaches, so I don't know. But she said it looked like a cockroach egg. And it's like, oh my God, this is just totally unacceptable, you know? And she's like, well, apparently these people needed the $1,000 more than I did. She said she didn't want to get anybody in trouble. I messaged, I did I don't usually comment on her videos, but I commented, I said, I'm a full-time eBay seller and this is horrible. This gives eBay sellers a really bad name. I said, you should
Right.
turn them in. I said, this is terrible. I mean, I
Right.
understand mystery boxes are usually, crap, but I mean, this was terrible. I mean, she
Yeah.
got a bunch of breakers and, um, but for $950, I think she should have gotten a lot better than what she got. And I mean, the stuff should have at least been clean,
Hmm.
not everything with all this dirt and grime. And I mean, there was like this one Barbie on a bike. Looks like it used to be like a maybe, and most of the stuff wasn't even from the '90s.
Hmm.
Um, anyways, it was all just filthy. I mean, wash any of it. I'll wash it off. And it's like not even like surface washing. I
Right.
mean, I know none of us really take that much time in scrubbing our stuff, but I mean, this was a Barbie, a plastic thing. There's no reason why they couldn't have went and washed it in some dishwater or something. And like
Right.
she got those little Furbies, and the ear on it was all full of gook and grossness, and I mean, it was just awful. And oh, I couldn't even believe it. And she was pretty upset about it because, well, just mainly because she spent $950 on shit.
Right.
But but she was also upset because uh, I finally got a '90s box we've been talking about, and she said there's a lot of viewers that are around her age that were looking forward to seeing. Were interested in seeing it. They were doing Twitter and stuff, talking about all the things that might be in that box, and they were being very nostalgic. And and she felt like she um, let them down, her viewers down. And but yeah, I told her I said I would turn them in. That's bull. I mean, I understand. Yeah, chances are there wasn't going to be $950 worth of stuff in there. Better job, like even putting like a Backstreet Boys CD in there, or there was a Backstreet Boys picture of one of the Backstreet Boys. I can't remember his name, but um, I think it was AJ. But it was taped in the bottom of the clue box that she got. I mean, it was terrible. You have to
Wow.
watch the video. Yeah,
Huh.
Yeah, I watched it.
but I mean, if you shouldn't sell mystery boxes. It's a gray area with eBay. Yes, they're
Hmm.
allowing them, but it's a real gray area, and you can really get yourself in a lot of trouble because what some people think a mystery box is and what others think a mystery box is can be two totally different things.
Right.
And people anticipate a lot more than what they're probably going to get. And
Hmm.
I mean, it's just it's another example of it's just setting you up for failure on your business when
Right.
you do mystery boxes. Um, I mean, like I've done mystery boxes in the past when they were okay to do them, um, and they weren't a gray area. But like I said, I mean, mine always had what they should have had in them. I never had any problems, but
Right.
I would never have somebody pay me, 20, $30 and send them garbage. That's just not right. But and that was when I was in the adult toy business, so they always were satisfied with their purchase.
Right.
hell, I
And
could
Anyway,
have gave her better stuff just from what I got around here.
yeah, exactly. Oh, did you watch the video, Sally?
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't that
Graveyard Girl.
terrible?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the. I'm in the bank.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Uh, I
What have
have
you been
a
doing?
I have a shadow today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's all the way to the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, from my couch to my ceiling, but
Oh my
still, it's all the way to
gosh.
the ceiling.
So
Yeah.
what exactly did you do?
So since 2 a.m., I took every piece of clothing that I had that was unlisted and I threw it on the couch.
Okay.
And now it's to the ceiling.
Okay.
Um, all of the hard goods I've been through. I've been through everything underneath my desk, and I separated it.
Mm-hmm.
And I only have clothing and or not clothing, but shoes and bags, like purses and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
laptop bags and stuff like that under my desk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that when I want to list that, I know exactly where it's at. It's right here.
Right.
Um, all the other hard goods, I'm not sure where I'm going to put those yet.
Hmm.
That's the only, because I already moved my shelves, and my shelves are right behind my desk now. I have one here, and one on the corner coming this way, like enclosing my desk.
Hmm.
And then, see, I'm trying to open up my walk area, and I'm trying to open up my wall too, so that I can make more room.
Mm-hmm. More room for more stuff, or more room, more open area?
More room for listed stuff.
Okay.
And I already took all of my clothing that's listed, and I put them in boxes and put them from A to Z, like, and stacked them.
Okay.
Now all I have to do is go through each box, go into the listing, find the clothing, go in the listing, put the box number
Mm-hmm.
to match that up. Until then, I'm fucking screwed, and I'm gonna have to go through every box.
Right. Right.
You know, my pants are still on the shelves. I'm gonna take my table out.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my table out of here, and um, I'm gonna set up. I'm actually gonna set up a small picture taking area right here on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
For small stuff. For bigger things or like hanging things, I'm gonna do um I'm gonna do on the wall. So I'm gonna have 2 picture taking areas,
Mm-hmm.
which I think that'll be good. Um, and then all of the listed shoes, I haven't touched them yet, but they're underneath the table. So once I get that table out of here, it'll be better to be able to see what I got there and, work on kind of organizing that. And then I'm going to move my shelf with the pants, and I think I'm going to corner that, and I'm going to bring my picture area out towards the hallway.
Uh-huh.
And then I should be done. Well, not done.
So
I
what?
don't
So
know.
what do you?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I have to go through it.
So what are you gonna do with your all the clothes on your shelf,
All the clothes on my shelf, all
or
the
not
clothes
on your shelf, on your couch?
on my couch. I have no clue.
Okay.
For right now, they're just gonna be right there. I mean, and I'll go through them as I can, but I don't really have any place to put them until I list them.
Has that pile been there this whole time, or were you just going through stuff?
No, I had some of the clothes in boxes. I had a stack of about 5 or 6 boxes in my hallway, and so I took all those out. Well, I think I still have one in there, but I'm going to take all those out, and the clothing is to the ceiling. And
But I mean, you
so
just made that pile. You just made that pile last night.
Yeah, I mean, it was piled up a little bit, but yeah, I threw all the clothing and it's touched the ceiling now. Yeah, it's a lot. And I know I can get rid of a good amount of it. Probably just by going through it, because I mean, I've been through a lot of it, but at the same time, there's stuff that I overlooked. So I'm sure that there's other stuff that I can throw away. But I have a lot of good clothing. I mean, even from what I seen last night, it seems like, for the majority, I have a lot of good clothing. So
You just have to attack it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to list it and get it on that side of the room.
Yeah.
I mean,
little
that's
by little,
how
just
I have
keep
to look
working.
at it. Yeah. That's just how I have to look at it. Like, I'm just going to have to work at it, and man.
Well, don't look at it as an overwhelming task. Don't say, okay, I'm going to do this all today. Just tell yourself, give yourself a number, a reasonable number that that you can do. Not one, don't set yourself up for failure, but give yourself a reasonable number, say 10 or 20 items a day. Give yourself a reasonable. Now think about, if you're working at night, how many are you really going to be able to do? I mean, like right now you're not working because you're off. So yeah, you should be able to do 20 or 30 in a day, right? Is that unrealistic? I'm not a clothing seller, so
Yeah,
is 20 or 30 on?
I think I can do oh, careful. It's okay.
So make a realistic goal for your days off when you don't have to sleep. And then when you're working, make a realistic goal of the days that you work, of how many you can actually get. And just set yourself a goal, and you'll get through. You'll be amazed at how fast you can get through it. You know?
Yeah,
if you work at it every day.
Right. Well, I'm gonna try to get as many drafts as I can up today, and then tonight I'll take pictures, and then I can look at maybe trying to get more drafts up.
Is it really loud? Like,
yeah. Is your window down, Nikki? It's really loud.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Sounded like we were going through a windstorm or a blizzard or something. Sounds good though.
Yeah, I figure if maybe I'll just set myself up like that, and then tomorrow I'll have drafts already, and I can take pictures of those and then make more listings, and then the next day whenever I'm working, I'll have pictures to take,
Yeah.
so
What I would suggest is for you to put at least 5 of those drafts, make those live today.
yeah, that's what,
At least 5. And that way, you have at least some activity on your store.
yeah,
And then tomorrow, you'll have the drafts, and so you can, take pictures for those. So, yep.
yeah. I plan on getting more than that up today, but yeah. I mean, because I don't work until tomorrow, so.
Right. But it's easy. It's easy to say, I'm gonna get say 20 listings up, or I'm gonna work on my 20 drafts. But then it's easy just to get wrapped up in the drafts and never getting to the pictures, and then you don't have anything up.
Mhm.
So that's kind of why I like to do 5 at a time. Is that way
Yeah.
I can go, and at least I can get 5 up. At least I know I got 5 live. If nothing else happens, if something happens and I got to leave, at least I know I got 5 up.
Right.
And then just build on that 5, So,
Yeah.
but I know it's a struggle.
And don't get hung up on getting down rabbit holes trying to get every cent you can out of it. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I know.
I mean, you kind of know what things are worth or whatever.
Yeah.
So just do a quick search real quick if you need to find out what something's worth, but don't get down a rabbit hole looking for, and just bust them out, boy.
Yep. If you're just busting them out, there's a very good chance that you can just get right through them and get a lot done in a day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do agree.
Yeah. There's still a few things that I have to do with the making my picture area here. I have an idea of what I'm going to do already, but just doing it.
Yeah.
I know that I've been up since 2 o'clock. I'm tired, so it's like,
well, sure.
I tried to go to sleep last night and it didn't happen again. So
it didn't happen again?
I slept for 2 hours.
Oh man, that's not good, Sally.
I know it.
It's not good, but it is what it is, right?
I mean, I guess I just Jessica told me, list that Monopoly, Sally. I know, I need to. It's on the list, honey.
Did you get on the hangout with them last night?
No.
No.
Nope. The last I seen of everybody was dinner time, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever I was on here with you.
Okay.
And after dinner, I watched a movie, and then I was laying in bed and stuff. So
Yeah.
I rested, or just didn't sleep.
Yeah.
I agree, Hank. Thank you for that. Yeah, I almost quit. Because I had already put 2 shelves up and put all the items that I wanted on there. I'm labeling stuff, so it can get tedious.
Sure.
And you're like, oh, that's good enough for now. And then I'm like, no, I want to finish this. I want it to be done. That's just how I am. It's like, if I don't keep doing it, I'm gonna freaking quit. And then it's never going to get done.
Yeah, you just have to keep on pushing forward.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my.
I have a mine. Oh, excuse me. I have a mound similar to that in my dining room, and it's floor to ceiling, big mound. But it's not clothing. It's just all boxes. A lot of it's empty boxes. You know, my husband brings me home empty boxes. I don't want to put them out in the garage so they get damp. So I put them in the dining room, and I've just got this humongous pile of empty boxes in my dining room, amongst other things, but it's mostly just empty boxes.
Yeah.
And I have to get through it, you know. And you might think, well, empty boxes, what the hell's her problem, you know? But it's like, what do I do with them? Because I go through that pile every day to ship, you know, so it's like, I hate, because most of the boxes are about the size I use all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard for me to go break them down because I keep thinking, well, I might need that one tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I got to retape it, you know. And it's easier to see, hey, that box I need, you know, because it's already, you know, it's already formed. It's not flat, you know.
Right.
But I just have to get through it because it's driving me insane. My whole dining room is full of it, you know.
I had to change my whole system.
Right.
It's getting bigger, and I can't control it how it is. So I had to change my system. And it's going to be harder for a little bit, but once I get everything done, it'll be better. And I think I can, you know, handle it that way better for a while, you know, and I won't have to change it again for a while.
So when you go to the your special place to shop, like, do you bring it home and do you like go to your van and like sort through it?
I usually, like, how I've been doing it is I've just been coming home and I stay in the van and I sort through it in the van.
Okay.
And then so I have a keep pile and a throwaway pile, and whatever I want to throw away goes directly to the end of the street and or the side of the street, and I don't take it in the house.
Okay.
And then it's a quick thing, but I'm looking for stains, holes, and stuff like that. And, I don't want to, I don't need to keep anything like that anymore.
Right.
I mean, I used to be able, used to say to myself, well, that's a good brand, I'll keep it, even though it has like a blemish or whatever.
Right.
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that anymore.
No. You don't have the time or the space, to keep that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I think that's a good system.
And I want to get this chair that's right here. I'm gonna take that out and put it on the side of my table by my shelf. And so when my dogs are in here, they have a place to sit.
Right.
They love sitting by me.
Yeah.
And if I have the chair right there, then that gives them a place.
Right. Because you got to take care of the doggies.
Yeah, and I can't do anything. They can't. If it's piled up like that.
Right. Right. That makes a lot of sense right there.
Yeah, Hank says, yep, I did the same thing, Sally. I was so disappointed on a beautiful wool blazer the other day. Found a couple of holes, then a couple more. I had to trash it. I did the same thing last night. I found a penguin red coat and 100% wool and freaking holes in it. I was like, damn it. And that one didn't even make it into my house.
Wow. That's a shame.
Yeah, I was mad. But you know,
Do you think it was because of your house or
no? It didn't even make it in my house.
It was okay. So it was just donated like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't see it, and so that's why I kept it.
Right.
And then so whenever I cleaned out the van yesterday, I brought everything to the porch and started, you know, looking through everything, and I was like, damn it. Good morning, Pickle Joy. She said she was on Dusty's show and she just noticed, where are all the girls? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not that it wasn't, I don't know. It's like it would have been such a beautiful coat if, you know, it didn't have all these holes in it or whatever. And you just get pissed that, you know, it's not in as good a condition as it should be. But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to list anything with holes in it anymore. I mean, and I've sold good good brands of shirts that have holes in them. I've just disclosed it, you know. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but when you have a ton of good stuff and you don't really need to do that. You can say goodbye to that item, you know, easier than, you know.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I sold 2 items yesterday, but they're both in the garage. I'm going to make Brandon go get them. It's raining out there.
Is it?
Yeah. And it'll be snowing later. That's what they say.
Is that going to be your first snow, or have you already had?
We haven't had, well, we had flurries here and there, but it still won't stick because it's not been frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not freezing yet, really. But it's like, I think it was like 20, can't remember what it said for the weather. Oh, it's 36 right now. See, that's why it's raining.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when it does snow here, I think it's definitely going to be. We've already had a big frost.
Yeah, we've had frost.
The ground is pretty well froze. So I think when it does, you know, and it's stayed in the 30s for, you know, a week, probably 7 or 8 days. And so, you know, I think it's definitely going to stick when it does snow.
Yeah. We've had a couple of frosts, but nothing big.
Yeah. All of my hostas are like gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing it too, and you know, today's the last day that I'm off for this week, but in a couple of more weeks I have some other time off. So that should help me ramp up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I would really like to organize the clothing, you know, but it's going to be tough.
One thing that kind of helps me, and you know, I'm like all about like lists and everything, but what helps me is to put what I want or how I want my items or how I want, you know, everything to be. I like to put it on paper, just so I can kind of, get those ideas from my head to, something written down. So that might be something good for you to do too.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. A lot of people don't see it the same,
Well,
I like to see it on paper and kind of brainstorm and say, yeah, this is the way that I want it, and and I can go from there.
and I don't have enough boxes right now. I mean, I do have some, but to separate everything,
Mhm.
I'm gonna need more, I think. But I think I might have some out in the garage, so I'll have Brandon go look whenever he goes out there. But yeah, a lot of good brands. I have a lot of bras, a lot of bathing suits, and so I just want to make sure that I separate what I have,
Right.
as I'm going through it. So that's going to take some time.
Well, and that may even be something, a job that you can give Jonah, to work on. He can do that. A lot of
No.
that for you. No?
No.
Okay.
I'm too much
Alrighty
of a
then.
control freak. You know me.
I know, but I think that could potentially, that can give you a little more, either, I wouldn't say free time, but definitely some, I
time
think,
to do other things.
yeah, I think that would be a good thing. And then when you pick a box that you're going to list, then you can go through it and you can, I mean, all he's going to be doing, he's not going to be picking through it saying keep, not keep, nothing like that. But he's going to be like, you can have him like separate it into shirts, pants, bras, everything like that's what I'm meaning. Not, keep or not keep. That's, that's not a job for him. But just separate it into piles so you can start, picking it and start working on a box a day or something like that,
Yeah. See,
That's what I meant.
Hank says maybe have him separate bras from swimwear. Yeah, he wouldn't even be able to do that.
What do you mean?
Like, he doesn't know what a bikini looks like and what a bra looks like. Like, he doesn't know the
Right.
difference in those.
Right. But I mean, he could put the bikini and bras together, and then, you can go through it and say, oh, yeah, this is a bikini. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also might be something that he can be educated on too. You can tell him, no, this is a bikini and this is a bra.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, you have people there at the house. I think you could utilize their time, to benefit you. So
Yeah.
sometimes you have to give up a little bit of that control too.
Oh, I know, it's hard.
I know.
Crazy hard. And I'm still working on my listed or ditch it items, trying to get those listed.
Yeah.
They're
How's
still
that
all
going?
right here. I've not done much with that because I've been doing everything else. So,
Right.
But I seen those dolls. I had actually 2 dolls that the porcelain dolls, and I know everybody said to list her, but I ended up throwing her away.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I found a Christmas doll too. I found a Christmas doll, but she had like 2 holly berries on her shirt or whatever, and it was like chipped, and I was like, fuck it, throw it in the trash, you know. I was pissed.
Yeah.
So I was like, nope, I'm not doing nothing with it. I took the stands off just in case I need them for something else.
Yeah, or you can sell them.
Yeah.
You know.
So I have 2 doll stands now. And I started stripping them because I thought maybe I could just use the clothing too, but no.
Nope.
I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. Because see, I start with one thing and I could use the socks and the shoes too. So on something probably. Nope. Because I started stripping the Christmas doll, and I'm like, yeah, I could probably sell the clothing. The holly berries were glued to her shirt, and I could not get her, get some of that, get those holly berries off for sure. And then she was wearing a Santa hat, and that was glued on her head. And I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, I'm just not. I wasn't in the mood to deal with that shit. And I get too nitpicky about stuff, and I'm like, I don't need to be worried about all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me. So
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surrounded right now. I got my 6 boxes of stuff that I was working on before I went to the thrift store, and now, But what I did do is I separated it when I first got home. That was the best thing I ever did. When I first got home, I separated it into pants, shirts, skirts, and so everything was separated, and that way, and then I put it in my unlisted room, so that way all I have to do, I don't have that stuff hanging over my head, and I can choose what I want to do. So I got done with the skirts, and so now I'm on the shirts. So I just had that one pile, but I have the other totes behind that waiting for me. So
right, I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. So it's a struggle. I mean, it's a real live struggle, and a lot of people don't understand that, but it's true blue.
Clutter, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, just
Yeah.
it may not even be clutter. It may just be the stuff that you want to list gets kind of put on the back burner
Overwhelming.
from. It can get put on the back burner from other stuff that you found, and then before you know it, you got 5 or 6 stacks of stuff, and you're in the corner, and
I know, and a lot of people say, well, just stop buying stuff. Is my sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. People just say, well, stop buying stuff. But, like I always say, you got to make hay when the sun shines. If you got the good deal coming, you got to get it,
Right.
I mean, it's hard to pass up. And then, like me, if I go to an auction, it's really hard to just buy one thing, or 1 or 2 things, because there's just so many good deals,
Right.
I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, if I can buy a box for $1 that has a $25 item in it, why wouldn't I?
Right.
And a lot of times when I go home, I get that stuff listed right away because I want to see my money come back right away. I don't like money hanging out there. So most of the stuff that I have, I've already made money on it. I've already made a profit on it. So really and truly, I could go in and just toss everything, which some days I think I should, and just start over fresh. But it's really hard to do when you look at stuff and you're like, oh, I could really make some money on this,
Right. Yeah, I completely agree.
It's a struggle.
But
And that's
you
kind
get through it and you figure it out and
of,
make it work and
And that's the thing about the show, List It or Ditch It. I don't mean to bring it up as I'm not trying to give myself a plug, but
I don't care.
Give
yourself all the plugs that you want.
Well, that's not what I mean to do. But anyways, it kind of, it's not like any of us really need help deciding whether we should list it or ditch it. I mean, we're all none of us are brand new at this. Sorry, and I need something to drink. None of us are brand new at this, and we know what we need to do, but it kind of pushes us to do it,
Right.
To look at this stuff that we've had just sitting there, not doing anything with, and people are pushing us to list it, They're telling us, list it or throw it away, and so I mean that's why I think that show is helpful, because it's making us go and look at the stuff that we've just had sitting there, and and like I said, it's not like we need help to figure out what it is or whatever. Some stuff we do, but the majority of the stuff we have, we know what it is, we know what it's worth. That's why we bought it,
Right.
But we just need that little push to, hey, do something with it, Don't let it just sit there in a pile.
Exactly.
And we're all, and it's amazing how many of us are guilty of that. I mean, I was so embarrassed by my piles in my garage and everything else. And it's like, and like Tara, she's a heavy lister. And I was too. I mean, I used to go through, when I go to auctions every week, I go to 2-3 auctions a week, and I'd have the majority of the stuff all listed by the next time I went to an auction.
Wow.
I mean, I was a power lister, and like Tara, she's a real power lister. And then she this morning said, "Hey, I got a pile in my corner of my living room."
Right.
And it's like, okay, so now she's a power lister, she's listing all the time, constantly, and she still has piles, you know what I mean, in her living room,
Right.
So it makes you feel better, a little better, knowing that you're not the only one. I mean, I was so ashamed of that, like my husband, he's like, how can you have your show in the house? There's just stuff everywhere, and it's like, well, I'm going to hang a sheet up. But really and truly, maybe I should just let everybody see my mess, I mean, maybe it'll push me to get it cleaned up so I can say, look at what I did, guys.
Right. Exactly.
You saw my pile before. Look at it now,
Very true.
So.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why, we're all in the same boat. We're trying to, make a living, and but you have these physical items that are, kind of overtaking your house and everything. But I mean, that's just part of it, and you just have to deal with it. I don't know.
And like today, I gotta go to the DMV and register this car, bring the registration down to Uncle Larry, down 2 hours south of me or west east of me, whatever it is. Anyways, it's more kind of like southeast. And I should be home listing, but I can't because I gotta go do this, and I gotta drive people places and stuff like that. I mean, it's no wonder I don't get anything done. But then I think, okay, Nikki, you had a full-time job and you listed way more than you're listing now. I mean, I was very dedicated to what I did,
Right.
And I had a good system going, and I was always working, but I enjoyed it, and it's like, why can't you do that now? get yourself organized again and start, pumping the listings out.
Mm-hmm.
I have no excuse, really. I used to do it with a full-time job. But I'll try to find excuses why we fail.
Yeah.
Or falter. Not fail, falter. Flounder. That's a better word.
Yeah. It's just it's a struggle. It's a daily struggle, and I think that we all have to, work with it and make it, make it through. You make it through somehow.
The problem is, I think, I don't know, I don't want to speak for anybody, but me, I'm not a depressive person. I don't get depressed very easily. But I think when I look at that pile in my dining room, it's so overwhelming. I think I do get a little depressive when I look at it.
Right.
And you kind of get in a slump where you're like, you don't want to do anything because you're depressed that you allowed your dining room or your living room or whatever to get that way.
Right. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, really.
I mean, I'm not like depressed where I'm sitting in the corner sucking my thumb in a fetal position, you know, and I'm still happy, but I think that part of my life is kind of like a depression. When I see that pile sitting there, I think it does make me a little depressed.
Right.
Which affects my work.
Absolutely.
Because I used to be an interior decorator, for God's sakes. So I mean, to see a house in disarray like mine is, the way it is right now, it's like, oh my God, how do I have a house that looks like this? I mean, most of it is remodeling too, so everything's in disarray from that also.
Right.
But I remember back when we used to remodel, and before I did all this eBay, every time my husband was done working, I'd be right there with the broom cleaning stuff up, and it still looked, even though we were remodeling, it still looked tidy, where now it doesn't. It looks like a cyclone went through it. And it's not like it's filth, it's not garbage, or food or anything like that. It's just a lot of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Nice to know we're not alone, though.
Absolutely.
We're letting out our deep, dark secrets here. Secret messes. Everybody except for Hank. She doesn't have any messes.
No, she don't have that. Her house is spick and span.
It's organized. But she said she used to have it that way, though. She said she just had to get a handle on it and get it done.
Yeah. And truthfully, that's what you really have to just say, this is what I'm going to do, and you just do it.
Well, the problem is that, I used to be able to clean my house top to bottom thoroughly, within a few hours. I was always a go-getter, just all the time, and just constantly moving all the time. And when I started working for FedEx, theirs is all go, 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 go. It was perfect for me because that's the way I was. Then I hurt my knee. And hurting my knee actually taught me to slow down a little bit. A little more than I should now, but I had to learn to slow down because, I couldn't do everything I could do before with my knee. Right. And, well, now I've gotten to be where I'm way slow, But in order to get it done, you just have to, okay, so now I can't just take on the whole project right now.
Right.
I need to put it in little chunks and chip away at it. Like Jim Carrey says that, how do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time.
That's right.
You don't just go and eat the whole elephant at one time. You just,
right.
Right.
It
you
takes
pick a part to start and take it a little at a time, and that's what we need to do. We don't need to be super women like we always are or think we need to be. We just need to do one chunk at a time.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very, very true.
There's our Motivation Thursday.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly.
It takes
Exactly.
time to put together a masterpiece like that.
It even took God, what, 7 days or 6 days to do what we have now. So,
Right.
you know.
Exactly. I mean, you gotta. I think you just kind of have to evolve in it, and I made a whole how I want my inventory to be. I made a whole phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, like a whole operation, operation inventory or something. And I had to do that because I had to have some kind of a plan to make it happen. If I have a plan, then it's more than likely it's gonna it's gonna come to pass.
Like I said before, I like that. God, they haven't been on so long. What the hell's their name? The guy in the sun, Crazy Picker Life.
Yeah.
He did that 6 list, and I wanted to do it, and I never did. I didn't follow through with it, which I should, because I really liked that idea, And he did it where it was, if I remember correctly, it was you write a list of like 50 things or whatever, all the things you need to get done, and you make yourself out of that list every day. You put 6 things on a list, and those are the things that you need to get done that day. And
so you're supposed to go through and number every item as far as importance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he said first of all, I think he said first of all, I have to go back and rewatch the video, but I think it was first of all, you just make a list of everything that you need to do, and projects that you need to get done, everything you need to do daily, even as much as eating, or whatever. And then you take that list and you make another list of 6 items, and that's where you number them most important to least important. And you want to make sure you get 1, 2, 3 done before 4, 5, 6. And you take them off that list that you already made, that big list of like say 50 things or 100 things, whatever you got, and you put them over into that 6 list, and every day you make one of those. And if for some reason 4, 5, and 6 don't get done, move them over to the next day's 6 list. It's okay to not get the whole list done, but at least it's making you aware of what you need to do, keeping you focused on the plan, And I thought it was a really good idea. And I never followed through with it. I forget things, And I thought it was a really good idea, though.
I'm going to go see if I can, I'm going to put that on my list to go find that video, because I think that would be a great video to watch.
It is. It is a really good. He calls it the 6 list. I don't remember if it's in the title of the video or not, but.
Okay. I'll find it. I'll look for it. I'll find it.
Yeah.
But, me being, I'm totally about lists, and I have these little yellow pads like all over my house, because I'm always thinking of stuff. I'm always thinking of ideas or things that I want to do or things that need to get done. Taking care of a house. You have a lot of, especially getting ready for winter. You're trying to get a lot of things done and ready before the, the big snow and all that. So.
Well, it doesn't, and your 6 list doesn't have to be all just reselling stuff either. I mean, you can throw some of those projects on there also, because those are important things that you need to get done in your life.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's worth a try to see if it works. You know, a lot of people are like, well, I'm not really a list person. But, you know, I mean, it's really not so much of a list as just a thing that just keeps you focused, something to look at to keep you focused on the task at hand, you know.
Right.
Focus and finish, you know. You know, you're not necessarily have to be a list person to use it, just use it as a focusing tool.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people use their happy planners, or some people, you know, this can be just a focus tool, you know.
And, you know, a lot of that is about, you know, I mean, normally the more you get done off of a list, you know, that makes you happy. It makes you proud. It's an acknowledgement of, you know, you've actually done something today, you know, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I think it's a great tool.
Oh yeah, it's a good feeling when you start checking stuff off of lists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mom used to make lists of house cleaning. And I always wondered why she did that. Because it's like, well, don't you just do that stuff anyways? You know? But, you know, and she'd have things like kitchen, wash the dishes. Well, no shit. You know? I used to think, well, no shit, of course you're going to wash the dishes. And she'd
Right.
have sweep the floor, clean the stove, you know, clean the microwave. And it's like, well, duh. Do you need a list to figure out how to clean the clean the kitchen? You know, but and in the living room, it was the same thing: dust, you know, vacuum. You know, she had this whole list of everything she needed to do, and I was like, I never understood it. It's like, what does she need that list for? Well, it gave her comfort crossing that stuff off.
Right.
Seeing, you know, I mean, obviously you can see what you've done. You see your clean, you know, your clean room or whatever. But each time you check off that list, it's like, God, there's one more thing I got done.
Right.
You know, and
Exactly.
it feels good, you know.
Absolutely. And it does
Even
make
when you're
a
just
difference.
even when you're just checking off something as simple as sweeping your floor, it still feels good that that's one more thing that you don't have to do, that you
Right.
did. And I mean, small accomplishments are accomplishments too, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, so much for having tonight off.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Why'd
no.
you answer your phone? You're not supposed to
Because I
answer your
have
phone
to.
when you're on vacation. They're
She
not
has
calling
to.
for a social call.
uh, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So yeah, I have to. Did you find the other thing?
I haven't looked. I just grabbed that one. I just found that one just now. I gotta go look.
Yeah.
Go out there. I have to go.
Yeah. Well, I only have to do donuts, so that's good.
What does that mean?
Two
You
and a
have to
half
go in at
hours.
Oh,
yeah. You have to go in at 8 and you get off at what, 11 or 10 or whatever,
11:30. Yeah.
however long it takes you.
oh, that's not bad then.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
No, but then I picked up a couple of extra ones that I'm already working, so
Uh,
it'll be overtime for me.
yeah.
Well, that's good. It's a good
As
time of
long as
year
they're
to have
gonna
overtime.
as long as they're gonna pay you overtime, then that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, if they're just
Well,
wanting you to work for free
no.
or for straight time, you know, that's not gonna
Mm-mm.
work. Not gonna work.
Yeah.
Well, how are you girls this morning?
Pretty
We're
good. How are you,
wonderful.
Taylor?
We're trying to
Wonderful,
be
wonderful.
motivating.
Absolutely. We're gonna get a
I
lot of
need
stuff done today.
motivation right now. I'm kind of like, bleh, Thursday, bleh.
Wow.
What a donor.
No, like
Block, block.
I took my
I need
packages
to.
to the post office, and that's about all I've done so far today.
I need to have a talk with Dusty and tell him he needs to start motivating his people better so that when they come over to our show, they don't bring us down.
That's right. Heck yeah. Oh my gosh.
My gosh.
And tell him he's got to drink an extra cup of coffee before his show so he can be more motivating.
I guess I'm gonna have to start the morning show at like 6 or something, huh?
Get people motivated.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't think it's the
Okay.
earliness or the lateness. I think I'm just in a bleh.
Yeah.
I'll get fired up after a while.
Don't you have a estate sale to go to or something?
I got a rummage sale here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Well, that'll perk you up. Or it should.
tomorrow I gotta drive 90 miles to help my boy fix some things on his house because he's too inept to do it himself.
He needs a visit from you anyway. So
I'll be right back.
I
gotta
don't
go
know
to the
how to
DMV.
put a garbage disposal on. Well, you read the directions on the box, you big dummy. Oh well. Yep. Ching, that helps. Leather cowboy western vest, $45.
Nice. Now you got a little bit of sunshine to your day. Now it
Go,
don't seem
Todd, go. Go,
now it
Todd.
doesn't seem so dreary, right?
I'm $45 better than I was.
Well, there you go.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
Eeyore. Yeah, I'm kind of Eeyore mood. Thanks, Robin.
Emo? Is that what you said?
Eeyore.
No.
Kind of. Oh, Eeyore. I thought you said emo. I'm like, great.
Pretty
That's freaking great.
pretty much the same, both, isn't it?
Squidward.
Like Eeyore and emo, they're pretty much.
Squidward and Eeyore. Yeah, it's me this morning.
Oh my gosh.
You're like the
Hank-
return noise from eBay.
Hank says somebody pin a tail on him. Sometimes I wake up like that too, but when I get on the show, I use my whole outlook usually changes, and I feel better when I get on here and start talking and read messages and all that. So makes a big difference.
Camaraderie helps out, man.
Absolutely.
Did you see my pile, Todd?
Do I want to?
I don't know. It's the thing that's casting a shadow on me on this side.
A pile. Did you get some new products to pile up?
No, this is clothing. It's all of my clothing that is unlisted.
Paul, it's casting a shadow on you?
It's to the ceiling.
Oh my.
My God, woman. Yeah, I got a whole guest bedroom double bed that's just piled up about, well, it's not to the ceiling. It's holy shnikes.
There you go.
Well, I've got at least that
There you
much
go.
stuff piled up. It's just in different places, not that tall.
Yeah.
Well,
is that your only tall?
Yeah, that's all of my unlisted clothing. That's all of it.
Oh well, you're not doing that bad then.
No. I mean, it's not the hard goods. The hard goods I have in here. I have boxes underneath my desk that have shoes in them, and one with purses and laptop bags. And then I might have 5 other boxes with hard goods for unlisted inventory. Are you kidding me, Valerie? That's not too bad. Really?
It can always be worse.
Oh man. Whenever I look at it, it's amazing.
But you know what? The more that you work on it and get it organized, you're going to see that go down every day. And you're going to feel that. You're going to feel like, okay, you know, I'm making progress. I'm getting things done. So that's going to make you feel better. So, you know, and that's something that you have to do. Only you can change that.
Right.
So you're just going to have to get in there and just start knocking it out, you know, a little bit every day. And, you know, it'll happen.
Yeah.
I have lots of hard goods like this. I bought an 8-track player that's probably worth $100, but the belt was bad, so I ordered a new belt, got it in.
Good.
Now I got to take the thing apart, put the belt on, and then test it some more, and then take the pictures and list. You know, it's just, I don't know. It just takes time to do all that, right?
Yeah, it does.
So, just a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, got a lot of stuff in line waiting to get worked on and figured out, and yeah.
So that's
Lori says, at least you have work. I have 9 items to list and I am caught up again.
Oh my gosh.
I'll never be caught up.
Yeah,
Time to go shopping.
I got some new earphone pads in. I got to put these on a couple of pairs of earphones, you know, and clean them up and sell them. So, you know, it's like, it's worth it to do it. So I just need to get in there and do it.
Yeah.
Beth says, Lori, you're not near enough to a hoarder to hang with us.
Oh my gosh.
And Robin says, little Beth, I was thinking the same thing. Get your crap together, Lori. If you're not a hoarder, you don't belong here. Just kidding.
So I'm just a whiny ass again. That's my job.
You're fine.
You'll be all right, Todd. I gotta get some coffee. I think somebody made some. Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that, you know, it's just a work in progress, and you know, you always got to be doing something and keeping busy and looking for product and looking for items. And
yeah, I get a whole lot more excited about when some new stuff comes in, and the easy stuff to list off of that, I can just fly through that, it seems like.
Yeah.
But then the other stuff sits around waiting on a part to come in or whatever. It's just, I don't know.
See, that's kind of the way that I do, and it's a really bad habit, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of human nature, though, isn't it?
Right. Well, I don't like to do, I'm not a hard goods type of lister. I don't like hard goods. And so I brought all this stuff into the living room so I could get this stuff listed, get it out of my, you know, figure out if I'm going to trash it or if I'm going to list it or whatever. 6 totes of stuff that just I need to go through. But then I went to the thrift store and I bought some clothes. So the clothes took over that, you know, those 6 totes. So now I'm back on clothes because I hate hard goods so much. If there wasn't so many totes, I probably would just trash it all and just redonate it, just because it's kind of something that's hanging over my head. But
You actually prefer clothes.
yeah, I do. I love doing them. I enjoy it. It's I'm not gonna say it's easy money because it's not, but I it's just something that I really do enjoy.
Well, I'm glad you do, but I don't.
I know. I know it. And it's getting kind of scary now. I mean, yeah, I've got more clothes that, to add to my um inventory and everything, but it's still kind of scary that I'm getting so uh caught up on that. Not really scary. That's not the right word. Um but I don't have near as many clothes as what I did, when I started. Um when I started this, or even at the beginning of the year. I've gone through quite a bit of it. So I think that's good. Um, I've made a long I don't know what I'm trying to say. I've made good good long strides to get things kind of under control with that. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's good.
But I still need to go through the hard goods, and I need to go through that stuff and just, if I'm truthfully gonna list it, I don't want to go through it and just say I'm gonna list this. I want to go through it and list it and get it listed, and then it's done. So that's just something that I'm going to have to work on and do.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll save those for my challenge. Because I seem to do, that's what I could do. I can make like a little box of my challenge stuff. Because I seem to do better with the Sunday challenge. I seem to do better with hard goods. Oh, excuse me. Better than clothing, because clothing isn't a very big um, short time seller. It never has been for me. It has to sit for a while. So that's what I can do. I could just put it away and put it over to the side and build up my little um, tote for the challenge.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep, Anissa says, I've decided I'm not bothering with things that I dread. Life is short, and things I do enjoy are plentiful. Yep. Valerie says, if you're not a whiner or a hoarder, this show is not for you. Well, that's true.
So it's decision time on this box of model cars. You see this?
Yeah.
I got a whole big, I got like 40, 50 of these, and I listed all these for months and months, like 4 to a grouping,
Uh-huh.
and they didn't sell.
Oh, wow.
So I'm debating whether to donate them or lot them up into maybe 2 big things. So it's
I would do 2 big things, lot them up, and see if they sell like that. If they don't sell in the 2 big lots, then I would just get rid of them.
I mean, even if I got $10 each for 2 big lots, I guess that's Better than not making anything on them.
Right.
Or shipping for 2 big lots. I'm going to have to pay up some for shipping because I ain't going to pay for the shipping on them. I don't know.
So you
There's
just have
always something to tweak or mess with in this business.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, if the fact of the matter is if you don't want to mess with them, if it's like a thorn in your side to mess with them, just get rid of them. Just donate them. Be done with it. Then you'll have that much less of
Yeah.
you know, of a burden to deal with.
They're all nice, brand new in the package.
Yeah, they are nice.
NASCAR, but they're all several years old. They're like 2000, I don't know, whatever.
You know what you could do? This is just an idea. Instead of donating them, I mean, you'll still be donating them, but I would save them up for Toys for Tots and then put them in the Toys for Tots donation box.
Yeah.
So that way, at least you know those will go to, you know, those will go directly to a kid, and they, you know, and that if that's what you want to do. I don't know if that's what you want to do, but
Yeah.
I would say if you're going to donate them, that would be the way to donate them since Christmas is right around the corner. So. And because they're packaged, you know, I would definitely do that.
Yeah. 1997. Some of these drivers aren't even around anymore.
Yeah.
So you're like, eh. Well, some little boy, he don't care if it's 97.
But that's right. I
He
mean,
just
he's
wants
not going to care.
some little cars to play with.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, and even Robin said, or to, you know, donate them to your church. So I don't know. Usually when you donate for toys to Toys or for Tots or whatever, they usually want like a unopened, you know, something unopened. So I figured that would be a good way to get that out, you know. Get it out of there and it go to a good cause. So. But I'm just trying to figure out things this morning and get ready to start doing some listing. I kind of had screwed up last night too because I went to bed at midnight and then I woke up at, I think it was 3. Got up, came into the living room, was watching a movie, and then went back to sleep. So kind of that broken up sleeping that I don't like.
Yep.
So I got to start working on that. I think one thing that I probably need to do is I probably need to move that stuff like the table and the chairs and the bar stools and all that kind of stuff. Kind of thinking about moving that out and setting up my treadmill again.
I've kind of been back on the treadmill lately, pretty regular.
I need to get back on it. Even if it's just 30 minutes a day. I need to do it. I mean, heck, I got it here. At least I have an item that I can use. So why not start using it? So
Yep.
there you go.
There you go.
Where did Sally go? There she is. Sally, I'll be right back. Are you doing shipping? Getting your shipping done?
Looking at me, yeah.
Okay. I gotta go take my stuff outside, so I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll be right here.
Batman.
What, Todd?
Oh, this hand came behind your head and waved.
Oh, yeah.
There it is again.
Todd says hi.
Or Batman. Naked Man. I think I called him Fat Man. Sorry, man.
He's like, screw you
Naked Man.
too.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
That's fine. I only got a couple items that have to go out, but gotta get them out there. What's everybody doing today? Are they listing?
Yeah, eventually I got to get oil changed in one of the cars. And I got to get. What else am I supposed to do? Get the rummage sale gone too.
Yeah.
I got to get a new vial of insulin for the dog. Got to go out to the vet.
Your dog has diabetes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after I get my rat killing done, then I can do some listing, I guess.
Right.
Hopefully I get some new cool stuff to list so I get motivated.
Where are you going? To Carl's cell?
No, just the local rummage sale.
Oh.
Carl's having a one-day sale tomorrow. But I can't go because I'm going to my boys to help him fix his.
Oh.
Put on a new garbage disposer and
Outside or
got a couple of doors to
Nice. Yeah.
hinges are falling off of.
Well, that's no good. You guys like my coffee cup?
What does it say? It'll pucker your pecker. What does that say? Crazy mother puckers.
Pucker, yep. Crazy mother pucker. Someone having duplicates. Oh, 200 gift ideas. Oh, no.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back, Kata.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna be working on some stuff, some listings, and I need to go in and kind of rearrange my, just kind of revamp my unlisted room.
Yeah.
Get some of this stuff, because I do have some listed stuff in there that I need to transfer into my other room. So I need to get.
Well, this is, I kind of look at this as the same way as stocking a cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, you're really supposed to be touching the stuff all the time. You know, especially if it's listed. You know, you really should be, you know, brightening things up, or, you know, just, you know, tidying,
right,
you know, all the time. But I really got to work on this myself.
right.
Morning, Tina.
So
Or you touch all your stuff too, Margot. I don't know about you, girl. But like whenever I'm working in the cooler, like we out of a box, or, you know, out of a case, and we put it on a shelf, and we stack it in there, you know, and make it to where the front's sticking out to where you can see what it is.
Right.
And when, you know, when you're stocking the cooler, you take stuff from the shelf first, you know, before opening another box. So you're always like moving things over, or, you know, stacking stuff on top of each other, and, you know, you're always touching that.
Mm-hmm.
You're always revamping it. You don't let it just go, you know, and open new boxes and keep them on the floor or anything, unless, you know, you don't have room for it or whatever. But you're always touching it.
Right. You know, either getting rid of old stock and, you know, expired stock and stuff like that. You know, you like you said, you're always doing something with it, because, you know, you can't just let it all sit there.
Yeah.
Because you've got to make room for your new stock.
Right.
So that does make complete sense.
Yeah, you're always throwing new stuff in your, wherever your inventory goes, you know, you're always throwing stuff in there. So, you know, and that's what I was thinking of this morning, because I'm like, you know, trying to go with the ABCDEFG system, to where I you know, numbered boxes and stacked them and filled them up with all of my list and inventory. And I'm gonna have to put you know, box numbers for each thing, which, you know, I probably have, if I have 600 in my inventory total, I probably have at least 300 pieces of clothing in there.
Mhm.
So that's a lot, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, I need to go in there, put the box letter. I was gonna say number, but it's letter in the where it says the what do you call it? The SKU.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Skew you.
And
And so, and you know, the thing is if you have like, you know, there's different ways to get things done as far as, you know, your inventory. And I know a lot of people do, you know, the letters and the SKUs and all. To me, that was something that I couldn't do. That was something that didn't work for me because it was it just in my process it just didn't work. But, you know, and so I had to figure out another process that would that I would be able to find things. It may not be the best process, but, you know, it's definitely it's worked well for me. You know,
right.
and I'm not spending. I know that I can go into my room and I can find 5 pieces within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I can find 5 pieces of inventory in 5 minutes. And that's a great feeling rather than, you know, going through 10 totes to find something. It's a big change for me. The game changer, really.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I see. I kind of do. I do shelves. Yeah, Roscoe likes rocking in that chair.
that's,
And
I mean, when I'm not in that chair, Roscoe is always in that chair. And I've got, and Ringo's in that chair also. So they're wrestling in there. So the chair's going back and forth.
So like I do organize my boxes that I have on the shelves, and like so the first box is seasonal, and then I have, you know, stuff in that box is, you know, Christmas and Halloween, and then stuff right next to it that's Christmas and Halloween, and then the next shelf is toys, and so like everything is in that box, and then I have a couple of things on the side, and the, you know, like kitchen, and then I have purses. I have 2 boxes of purses. Then I have like computer parts and computer games and game controllers, you know, and I really try to organize it and keep it organized, but it's hard.
Right.
Tina says wrestling.
The wrestling, that's right. Wrestling.
You like my cut, Valerie?
I do like that.
Mother pucker.
Crazy mother. Mother what?
Mother puckers.
Mother pucker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Morning, Mike.
So if y'all get a chance, go over and like my video, unless you don't like it. We've got
Oh, you have the
37,
video?
37 videos, or so 37 viewers. So go over and like it. I noticed that we only have like usually maybe 6 to 9 likes, and we need to get on that. That needs to be a. And if you don't like it, then
Hair's all ugly.
put a thumbs down. That's, you know, that's fine too.
Yeah, and then you
Whatever
can just
you
go
wanna
fuck
do.
off or whatever. Too.
Sally.
I would like to
say
see.
that?
I would like to see a reason for the thumbs down, though. I mean, In my channel, I like to, if somebody gives me a thumbs down, I'd like them to tell me why. Just so if it's something I need to improve on, or
Yeah, like if it's a critique thing, Sally had green stuff in between her teeth the whole time she was talking, and it was kind of gross. Hello, just freaking tell me.
Yeah.
Or Nikki had a booger hanging out her nose all the whole time she was talking.
I thought I did.
But don't just do it because my voice is annoying and you don't like us anymore, and so you don't even watch us, but you come on here to give us a thumbs down. That's the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of it. I think it's just haters, and they subscribe to the channel just so they can come in and give us a thumbs down.
And that's the reality of it. You have people that have no lives.
Yeah.
Like
they're jealous.
Well, if you guys weren't so dang hard to get along with, you wouldn't have haters. No, I'm just kidding.
It's true. So very true.
Shut up, Nikki. She thinks she's just funny as shit.
I know she does.
I am. And I just want it noted that I got my first thumbs down when Sally was on my show.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
You're the host. You should have fixed that shit.
I guess I should have danced or something.
The only bad part, Nikki, about me cleaning so much today, I don't have anything for listed or ditched anymore.
Well, good thing you were on the show, huh?
Well, maybe we need to critique what you think you should list.
Well, that's true. We could do that. I could show you my hard goods and and you could tell me if I should list that or not. I think I'm gonna be keeping my.
Well, like I said, all you got to do is go in your garage. You'll have plenty.
Oh no, shit!
We'll find lots of stuff for my show. Don't worry.
I didn't even think about my garage, but you're not lying there. I have so many boxes that are full of stuff, like even hard goods and stuff I have out there, and I could just completely forgot.
Out of sight, out of mind. That's one of the reasons why
Christmas.
That's why I hate putting stuff in my storage shed, because a lot of times it's like that, out of sight, out of mind. That's why my storage sheds are so dang full, because I never go see it, and that's why there's so much in my house, because I bring stuff home and I'm like, well, this stuff I don't want to forget about it. I want to get it listed. It's good stuff. And then sure enough, it just sits there, but and then you end up with piles and piles and piles. Whereas the not so important stuff ends up in the garage or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I'll get to that, but then you never get to it because it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So you have to go in that garage and you're like, oh my God, I really got to get to this. But then again, you go along about your day and totally forget about it. And again, it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Oh, when somebody comes over, they don't need to see your garage.
You do not want to see that garage. I mean, it's not full by any means, but it's half full. It's half full of my stuff. Which, it's not pretty. And it's not organized at all. Maybe next summer. It's too late now.
But you have right now you have a task at hand as far as what you need to do inside, and then maybe maybe you can get to the garage and make that happen down the line.
Right. Morning, Summer.
My husband says, "Oh, call my uncle. He'll meet you in Minong," which is that's like halfway to his house. So I called him. He's like, "Well, I'm just going to breakfast now, so you'll have to meet me in Spooner." I'm like, "So now I got to drive the full way." I'm like, "Crap." Well, it snowed last night. I really don't want to get on the road. It's like, it didn't snow that bad. We got a dusting. It's like,
snowed pretty good here. It went now, but this morning it comes down.
but there is progress on getting the car back, because now his truck, he's just waiting for the title.
Oh,
And then he can get his truck. So
yeah, that'll be good.
So it shouldn't take too long, hopefully.
So is he gonna somehow drive the car back to your house, or are you guys just gonna have to go pick it up?
No, I'll have to go pick it up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
Jim and Tara got laid this morning with some snow.
Yeah, not in a good way either.
Mm-hmm. More like got screwed, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, when I drove my kid to school, I mean, I got north of town because the wind is really picking up. I think we're going to get really, like, 21-mile-an-hour winds today. It looked like a blizzard north of town. We even got, like, 2 inches of snow. But, I mean, yeah, it's really blowing around out there.
Yeah, that's what I call it, Beth, whenever the snow is on the ground, or you wake up and, you got a whole bunch of new snow. You got laid.
There you go. It looks like a winter wonderland.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. Except if you have to go out in it, that's the only bad part.
Yeah. It makes our Chamber of Commerce happy up here, so.
I can just sit in the window and I just look at the snow, and especially if it's falling, oh my God, it's mesmerizing to me. And whenever I first got here and started driving in the snow, oh my God, I would get so freaking like ADHD, and I couldn't concentrate.
Yeah, it's pretty. I get sick of going out, like taking care of horses in the cold and the snow, or shoveling the snow.
Oh, I bet.
Snow, and all that stuff that goes with snow, the cold weather. I mean.
Yeah, I try not to do much of that.
Yeah.
I make the boys do it.
Well, if you got any junk laying around your yard,
I used to enjoy it. I used to enjoy it a lot, but I don't anymore.
Yeah.
All right, going to the weekly rummage sale. I'll be back in about 20.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
Thanks.
This was when I lived where it snowed. I called it snowed. Oh, sorry. You guys making fun of the way I talk.
You make fun of me all the time.
How dare you? Summer says that she was laying in bed, but us gals are in her ear and got her motivated. That's what she said.
Wow. That's the whole reason why we're on here, right? We're motivation.
Motivation for each other. That's
Get your
great.
ass out of bed and get to work.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
I have to list today. I haven't listed for 2 days. I've been stuck helping Jim pack. I got to list some crap.
Yeah. I'm still working on the lister digit stuff. So I'm trying to get that stuff listed right here.
Yeah. Get it processed.
Yeah.
That's what me and Jim do. I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna go through this. If it's good enough to list, I push it into a pile. If it's something I know I'm gonna keep, I put it into a packed up pile. And if it's something that isn't good enough to list and I ain't gonna keep it, I throw it away. Because honestly, if I make a pile to go to the thrift store, I never get it over to the thrift store, so I just throw it away. I'm like, I just don't want to take care of it anymore.
Right. Oh, I threw a lot of stuff away last night.
No.
That's scary.
Even some stuff that I had listed, I was like, nobody's gonna buy this shit.
Did you take it out of your store?
I went there right now and take something else out, but yeah, I took it out.
That's good.
But it was a lamp frog with a crown on his head, and he lights up. The frog does, and he had a chip on him, and I'm like, nope, you're done for, buddy. Sorry. Your time has come to.
Oh.
You got all your shipping done, Valerie?
I do.
Good. How many did you have going out today?
5 items.
That's pretty good.
2 skirts, a shirt, a pair of jeans, and some vacuum bags.
Oh, good.
So.
There's the snow we got, Tara.
We got maybe 2 inches. Look this. Well, no, we got probably about 3 inches.
That ain't too bad.
It's supposed to be 7 above tonight, though. It's gonna get real cold, and we're supposed to get pretty good wind here.
Ugh.
And then we warm back up for a heat wave of 40. I think next Monday or something.
Oof. It's 37 here right now, so I just stay inside today. Not going anywhere. I wanted to go. I was thinking yesterday they started talking about pizza, and I was like, oh, pizza sounds so good. And I was like, you know what? You have pizza in the freezer. You can just make that. And I was like, but I don't want to. It was like having a little verbal argument with myself. You know, I want to go buy one. No, you don't need to go buy it. There's food in the freezer. You can just eat that. So I was good, and
I don't wanna.
I just did it. Tina says it's 46 degrees there.
Ooh.
Wow.
Blackberry Thistle Tea says she bought a new flip waffle iron. I'm going to try it out this morning. There you go.
I have one of those. I love it.
I always found I made a mess with it. like the stuff didn't cook,
Yeah, there.
like it didn't cook, and so when I'd flip it, it would be like all I don't know, the batter would just like
No.
go everywhere.
They
Hi,
have
Matt.
We'll go eat this Sunday buffet, and they have it where you make your own waffles, and I'm always scared to do it and they make this like simplistic instructions next to it, and I did it last time, but I'm always like scared, like, oh my god, I'm really gonna mess this whole thing up, and everybody's gonna make fun of me or something. I mean, it's very stressful for me. They have like this easy, they number it. It's like a 1 through 4 step directions, I mean, it's like.
You're just afraid you're gonna mess it up, and
Yeah, like I'm
yeah, you can't. No more waffles. This lady messed it all up.
Like it won't cook the batter, it'll be all over the place. I'll make this big mess or whatever,
Don't laugh at you. Don't laugh at you.
Hi, Maddie.
Somebody drops a bucket of pig's blood.
Shut up.
Carrie.
I think this thing is too big. Hey,
Oh my gosh.
it's for making paper and it's for making wood into paper.
Oh, that's too big.
It's a pulp
When that
machine.
movie came out, when I was young, I was in grade school when Carrie came out, and there's a scene in the beginning of the movie where 2 kids on bicycles are making fun of her. They go, "Scary, Carrie, scary, Carrie," and she looks at them and they crash their bikes, psychic or whatever. That's what they would call me. It's because my last name's Carrie, so at school that's what they call me, Scary Carrie. This is another good one, Carrie Fairy.
Oh gosh. I kind of knew that one was probably in the background.
Yeah, if it rhymes.
Yeah, whatever rhymes.
Kids are very kind. They're our future.
In second grade, they used to tell me Nikki gave a hickey on Ricky's dicky.
A girl in high school we call Vaseline Vicky.
Little pig, let me in.
Oh my god, I'm freaking dying over here trying to eat, and I'm like choking on my food.
Oh my gosh.
There's another girl. Her name was Laura. We called her. This is freshman boys. Very low horror. That was bad.
Oh my god, he talks about, oh yeah, when we were in school. I remember when he was 38 years old when I met him. He was a bartender. There was a girl that came into the bar, and they called her Gina Cantarita because she couldn't read. Get it? Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's 38. So trust me, he still does it now.
That's fucked up, Jim.
Okay, well, why did you get the name?
Because a gang of people ganged up on her and started picking on her. So
No, why? Why did you? Because she was like real dopey, wasn't it?
Because she couldn't read.
She couldn't read. Yeah, Gina
But I didn't
Cantarita.
invent it. I mean, somebody else. They'd been called. They knew her from when she was in school, and that's what they had always called her. So when they talked about her, that's if I wanted to say I meant that person, that was the name I had to use. They didn't know what I was talking about. Hey, she came in 3rd place in the wet t-shirt contest. So,
Well, at least she had something going for her.
Which is weird because we have a child and our kids are like the same age as like her kids and other people that were at the bar at the same age. But we look like father time and mother time because you have all these like 20-year-olds that now are like 28. So they have like 1st, 2nd, 3rd graders. And here's old ass Jim who's 52 with his 3rd grade kid. He's older than the teachers, for God's sake.
Just because there's snow on the roof.
Yeah, what's the rest of that?
I'm waiting for the rest of the saying.
There's a fire in the chimney. Just because there's snow on the roof doesn't mean there isn't a fire in the chimney.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
That's an old one. That is an old one.
Yeah, that is an old one.
Well, he's old.
That's pretty good, though. I like that.
I was born during the Johnson administration.
I was pregnant, so I'm at the doctor, and they like look at me because I'm like 33 or 34, and they're like, oh, we don't usually have, first time mothers, being this old when they have a baby. I'm like, oh, geez, I didn't think I was that old, for God's sake.
Wait till you see the father rolling in his wheelchair. Like you have her.
You're wearing an oxygen mask while you're having.
I have friends that I went to high school with who their kids are anywhere from 15 to 20, 21, and they're having babies still. I'm like, what are you, nuts?
Yeah.
You're almost done, And they're like, oh, we're so happy. We can't wait to have the baby. I'm like, oh, my God. Just shoot yourself.
My oldest is 28.
It's like you realize you're going to have that baby for 18 years, right?
Yeah. Well, back in the older days, my grandmother had a baby when she was, I figured out it was like 45 or 47. She had her last child at that age. I'm like, that is ridiculous. Having kids for at least.
I think you'd be almost to the change of life when you're like 40.
It's great for the kid because you get everything. Everything is handed down to you. You get all the stuff from your older brothers and sisters they don't need anymore, and nobody's taking any of your stuff. And your parents are at the top of their game for income because they've had their whole life to amass wealth. It's great. my little brother, because when I was a little kid, my parents were struggling. By the time my little brother came along, he's 12 years younger than me. It was a cakewalk. He got anything he wanted. Chicago Bulls satin jackets, Nike Air shoes, anything he wanted, he got.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was wearing like Sears catalog Robux or those tough skin pants or whatever from Sears catalog. And like green bean green. They weren't even blue beans, they were green beans.
And then hand-me-downs from his cousins who were girls.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He got busted for wearing girl pants.
My grandma's like, oh, those kids making fun of you. They just don't know what pizzazz is. I don't want any part of it.
Oh, my God.
Because they fit your butt wrong.
It had some lady hips.
Yeah. Heart-shaped butt cheeks. Heart-shaped.
Well, no, but now I was thinking, I see why they called you Carrie Fairy.
He had some apple bottom jeans.
Now we know why Jim fits in so well on the women's show. Poor Jim.
Oh my gosh.
You ever meet somebody that, even though they have a boy, they always kind of dress the boy more effeminate than a boy, and I don't know if it's they kind of wish it was a girl. So they got flopsy mopsy hair on the boy, and the boy's always kind of like a little Lord Fauntleroy dress. That's how his mom dressed him.
I'm like, no, my name's Jim. I don't want to be called Jamie. Yeah, I think she might have watched.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
When he was I see pictures of him when he's 5. He's like that little boy in Godzilla on Monster Island that's wearing the shorts that are way too tight, like the little plump smugglers. That's how his mom dressed him. It's horrible. I can see why he got beat up. Let's put it that way.
Oh my gosh.
And here he is, over 50, still getting made fun of about his clothes. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
When I was 6 years old, I started watching John Wayne movies and tried to follow that course. I will not tolerate girl clothes.
Yeah.
Here, Jamie, put on these girl clothes.
His son's like that too. You gotta be real careful if you say anything. If you give it a feminine feel or twist, he won't go near it then. Yeah, my
Yeah.
son's real like man's man too. Like if he thinks it's anything that would be female related, he wants nothing to do with it.
Crazy.
The gender benders.
Oh, this is probably an SD card. Look, it's all chewed up.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
It's like Mabel found something.
Damn it. Yeah, she ate a video game yesterday.
And
the
she's just
disc.
laying here with a little stuffed animal. Real
She's
cute.
so damn cute. I mean, you can't.
You can't hardly get mad at him, huh?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Huh. I can get mad.
she
at
just
her.
gives you that cock. She looks at you. She looks you right in the eye, and then she got a little bit like, what?
Yeah, she's got like one ear higher than the other one. She's like,
What did I do?
I always get suspicious when out of the blue, all of a sudden she comes, like scratches your leg and wants a lot of love, because then I know
Yeah.
she's something naughty somewhere that I haven't found yet.
Yep. Gotta love it.
I'm doing this. So you won't be mad at me later. Well, this definitely. God, why is California priority so crazy?
I don't know. I had two things go to Arizona yesterday too, and that sucks too.
If FedEx Ground can do it for literally a third of the price, it's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm on Highway 53, which, Tara, you know, this is a major highway. It's not even freaking plowed. The snow is getting worse the farther southeast I'm going. I guess this would be southeast, I don't know, or east. Anyways, and it's hardly even plowed.
Wow.
Well, maybe they're not ready yet.
Huh?
Maybe they're not ready to up.
I don't know why it wouldn't be plowed. I'm only like not even 20 miles from my house,
Why are you going all the way
and it's. I had to register that stupid car that I bought for Amanda in October. It had temporary registration on it till the 9th, till today. So I had to go get registration. You know, I didn't want to get registration too fast in case it was only a $400 car, so, you know. Huh?
Why do you have to go all the way to
No, I had to do it here, but the other day, my husband's Uncle Larry, he's got an artificial leg and stuff, and he's like 70, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, he had a Dodge truck, a Hemi, and, well, it broke down. The engine went to crap. Well, he had warranty on it. And so they gave him so much towards a new truck. So he's getting this new truck, brand new, but new to him. But they've taken forever to do the paperwork on it. So, well, they were letting them use their car, their extra car. Well, then they're like, well, this is taking too long, so if you want to use our rental car, you have to pay for it. Well, he didn't want to have to do that, so, and he didn't know how long it's going to be till he gets the truck. So I was like, well, why don't we because I would have bought him my car, but my Suzuki's smaller than the other car with his artificial leg. That's why I mentioned he had an artificial leg. He can't bend it as far, so it's easier for him to get into Amanda's car because hers is a little bigger. So we brought Amanda's car down to him so he could use that, and now Amanda uses my car, and I'm without wheels. What?
Why is the paperwork being held up?
I can't hear you, buddy. I'm sorry. It's breaking up.
Is it the dealership's fault that the paperwork is being held up?
Yeah, the paperwork's being held up, yeah. And they told him that because he had already used their rental car for like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks, and they're like, well, this is getting too long, so you're gonna have to pay for it.
I'll drop off the car and you keep it.
Yeah. I know, but I don't know. He sometimes doesn't understand things too, so who knows? I don't know. But anyways, we let him use our car.
I can't believe a Dodge I always let them finish.
Oh, so it's what he bought and he's driving it? Oh my God!
He's had the car for years. He's had the truck for years.
I say I want all my money back. You guys, no problem. I'll drop off the car. You guys got my check ready. I bet you they'd be singing a new tune.
Yeah.
Pomida did that to me with a layaway on a swing set. My mom bought a swing set for my kids on layaway, so she sent me to go pick it up. And the lady calls on the walkie-talkie. She says to the guy in the back, she goes, "Okay, bring up this guy's swing set." The guy's, "Oh, well, I'm way too busy. He'll have to come back another time. I got a whole truck to unload here or whatever, blah, blah, blah." So the lady's like, "Okay, well, I guess he can't get it right now." I said, "That's not a problem." I went to customer service. Says, just give me my money. She's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "The layaway money. Give me the money, and when I come back to buy it, I'll bring back the money and purchase it." And I could tell, I mean, she could tell by my tone, there wasn't a snowball's chance in hell I was coming back to that store for that swing set.
Yeah.
So, I called back to the guy on the radio, and he wasn't too happy about it, but he brought me my damn swing set. Not a problem. I just ain't going to buy my swing set from you, though.
Right. You can't help me. I can't help you.
My mom might have dressed me funny, but she also taught me how to stand up for myself.
That's good.
I would tell him here.
Well, she had to teach you to stand up for yourself because she was dressing you funny.
But I mean, seriously, I would bring that rental car back. And I'd say when I could bring that rental car back, bring out my check back.
I'm not really sure if it was a rental car from the dealership or if it was from the shop that he brought the truck to. I'm not sure. I thought it was the dealership, but I'm really not sure. So maybe it was the shop that he was having the car fixed at. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's their fault it's not fixed that time. He's not the one doing the repair. He's not allowed to do it.
Well, that's what I say. You'd think Dodge would have to pay for the rental car.
Yeah, he's paying the price for their incompetent. I'd say, yeah, you get to keep it here. No problem. Just give me the check and I'm done with you guys. I'll go buy a Chevy.
It's snowing out there.
It's snowing outside?
Yeah, but it's not sticking yet.
My thing is, though, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is, though, we're letting Larry use the car, and I'm using my gas to drive the damn registration down to him instead of him driving up here.
Right.
Get him. Why am I using my gas to, we're letting you use our car for free. Why aren't you driving up here to meet us? Meet me. Because he's afraid of the snow. That's why. He was driving that Hemi truck, and if it snowed even just a little bit, he wouldn't drive it. And because he's like, "Oh no, I can't travel in the snow." And it's like, you're driving a truck. Get on the road and drive.
Yeah. As I start getting older, though, like turning into old men, I get more and more worried about like road conditions. Like my uncle got like that a bit too. By the time he was like 80, I mean, he'd be like all freaked out over snow and stuff. And he drove everywhere when he was young. Jim gets like that too now as the older he gets.
I do like hell.
He starts like, I gotta put his Depends on because he starts wetting his pants if there's snow on the road.
Oh my gosh.
Tara's Jem's biggest bully.
Pick on him some.
I drove a third of the way over a railroad trestle. We had a couple of girls in my Trailblazer. We go a third. No, it was a Ram Charger. We go about a third of the way over the railroad trestle, and we're getting pretty high over the river. Well, it's not like a flat thing. You know, you got the rails and you got the things, there's spaces in between. So every time we go over it, the truck's bouncing, and they're like afraid we're gonna bounce off the bridge. And now I got cars like stopping on the car bridge that's right next to it, and they're like pointing at me and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, somebody's gonna call the cops. Because it was at night too, so I had my headlights on. So now I got to put it in reverse. Well, I get the thing back to where the ground is, you know, where I'm not above the water anymore. Well, I try to turn backwards off it. Fun fact: once you get onto the railroad tracks, you can't just turn off them because they like hold your wheels.
Oh.
So my wheels are locked straight by the rails. So I had to back all the way up to where the cars cross the tracks to get back off these stupid railroad tracks. I'm like, my buddies are telling me, oh yeah, the cops were looking for you.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody was on the railroad trestle. So no, snow don't bother me none. Oh man, those girls
I will be truthful. I do not like driving in snow. I don't feel confident, and it scares me to death. So there you go.
You just gotta go with it.
Like right now, the highway is a little hairy right now, so I just slow down a little bit. No big deal.
Yeah.
You know?
It's mostly just stopping is what pulls you. Driving, you're always fine. The brakes are low off the gas. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Keep your foot off the brake.
I think for me, personally, I think a lot of it was just, you know, I was okay. I was going slow, but everybody else was, you know, I wasn't going super slow, but, you know, I didn't know how to drive in it. But then, you know, and everybody else pretended like they knew how to drive in it, you know, so they would just, you know, you just never know what anybody else is going to do.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, you know, so. Yeah. And I learned a lot when I was driving, you know, an hour to work. You learn a lot on the road. You know, I kind of had to just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer not to drive in it. I'm more happy if I don't have to drive in it. So this job works out great for that.
I came up from Milwaukee a few years. I don't know if Brandon was around yet. I think
he was a baby.
I was using my Ford Pro. It was an ice storm, and I come up a ramp, and there's this stupid sawhorse with a flashing light on it and some sign that I can't read because it's like sleeting. So I'm like, well, whatever. I drive past it. I'm going down the road. Well, the only thing on the road is stuck vehicles, ambulances, fire trucks, and cops. I'm like, well, whatever. So I just kept on driving at probably about 45 miles an hour. As I'm leaving on the exit ramp, because I stayed overnight at my brother's place in Appleton. When I'm leaving, I'm getting off the exit ramp. Then I see what the sign says: highway closed. It was like a record. It was like one of the first times ever. I think it's Highway 41.
45, yeah, 41, 45.
Yeah, 41, 45. It was like it was on the news the next day. It's like in history, this highway's hardly ever been closed, but they closed it for this huge ice storm, and I drove right down it, like whatever, in a Ford Pro with bad tires. Anyway. But the nice thing was also, though, there was no other traffic, so I didn't have anybody crawling up my backside. Or as long as you got the highway to yourself, it's a breeze.
Or you get like these people because they drive like crazy right through snow. Because I had my mom, somebody crossed 3 lanes when they lost control to head on hit her in her car. And they're driving a 4-wheel drive and they lost it anyway.
Yeah, problem 4-wheel drive, you don't stop no quicker.
Yeah. That's the thing is, yeah, you can't stop quicker.
I gotta go get a box for this bugger.
What is it?
That chandelier dealio.
Oh.
I'm going through my nong. And that's where Jack Link's beef jerky is made.
Oh yeah.
That's where their cows are. Right off the highway, you can see it.
No, I'm going outside for the first time.
Well, the sun's out now.
Awesome. Oh my god. There's like 6 inches of snow out here.
I know they said 3, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, I have been on mute for like I don't know how long, and I just been
I'm
talking
gonna message you. I'm like, you know you're on mute.
and talking. I'm done. My mouth is just. I mean, if I'm sitting here, my mouth is going. Well, I'm probably not talking to my dogs. So if I do that,
Phone call. I was gonna message you in the side chat. You know you're on mute because I see your mouth moving. I'm like, did she know she's on mute?
oh my god. Okay, time to get off of here. Belly's lost her mind.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh, I guess if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'll be doing good.
Looks like Todd is back. Did you get any good stuff, Todd?
Did he ever, or is his camera just on? Is he gone?
I think his camera's just on. I don't think he.
I don't think he shut it off.
No, I don't think so because he didn't leave that long ago.
Yeah, I'm about to go sell.
Well, he said 20 minutes, and that was 10 to 10, and now it's 10:26. So, and I thought his camera was off, but
oh well.
Sorry, Summer. That sucks. You just gotta keep going on.
What happened?
She said, well, that's a bust. Motivation 0 again. 2 order cancellations, 3 ridiculous low offers, and another morning of no sales. Back to bed. I want to go.
Yeah.
Nope. No bed. Get to listing.
Yep.
That's the way you get through that stuff is to list.
No bed, I said.
No bed, I said. You're not dead. Time you got to get up and stay up and list through it. That's the way to get through it.
Yep. Yeah, because then you'll list and then you'll be making more money, and then you can get those order cancellations, refunded or whatever you got to do, and it doesn't mean you have to take low offers or anything like that. You just gotta do it up. It's part of the business. That's what Margot says, part of the business.
Yep.
It's hard. It's hard sometimes. Well, we got to keep each other going.
Well, and I think when it's a slow day, if you keep yourself busy, just working on what you're supposed to be working on, then you're not like looking at the computer like, oh my God, why don't I have any sales? Or, oh my God, I'm not selling anything. At least you're busy like listing or whatever. So it maybe takes your mind off of that a little bit.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, I was watching Prof Sales the other day, and they said, is listing too much ruining your business? or something like that, or something like that. Are you listing too much or something? Anyways, what they were saying was not, because we're always saying, list, 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 list. But what they said made sense too, like if you're just, now like me and Tara, we could say, list, 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 or Valerie and Sally, we all plenty of inventory to list, so yeah, we can keep listing, whereas some people, they're all caught up on listings, so they have to go out and buy more stuff. Whereas now you're getting into spending more money than you should be because you're not selling anything. So another thing you can do besides just listing is go in looking at and that kind of stuff too. So if you can't, if you're not selling, so you're not making any money to go buy stuff, go in and critique the stuff that you already have listed, because any changes in the eBay system usually will stimulate, keep your mojo going, at least for a few days until sales get back up to where they should be.
Right.
I kind of look at like buying stuff is, that's what I made my money when I bought the item at the very good deal. I'll use an example, like the Skidoo leather jacket. I picked it up for $25 because I know it's $150, $175, and I'll get it listed. I don't look at it like, oh no, I spent $25. I try not to look at it that way.
And we're kind of in a different position than some people are. Most of the people on this panel, we can go out and spend $25 and it doesn't hurt us. But there are a lot of people out there who are living paycheck to paycheck or sale to sale, and they can't afford to go out and go buy new stuff, until more stuff sells.
Like I say, there's sometimes there are, it's like, money's tight or blah blah blah, whatever. But if I can buy the deal, I'll buy it because that's when you made your money. Because you bought the thing at the incredibly low price, you know what the value is.
It's like a farmer. I mean, you got to buy seeds. If you don't buy seeds, you're going to go out of business as a farmer.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the main expense of your business is buying inventory, or should be. But also buy seeds that things are grown into something that'll sell. I mean, if you're buying seeds for some kind of vegetable or something that nobody eats, well, obviously you ain't going to make it as a farmer either. I mean, you got to buy stuff that people see value in.
Yeah. I'm just saying, for those of the people that they can't afford to go out and buy more stuff. I mean, yeah, eventually they have to get past that and grow their business so that they have money for inventory. But that's another reason why I say you got to make hay when the sun shines too, because when you're getting all this stuff, when you can get it cheap, then that stuff holds you over when you can't buy more stuff, or when you can't get to auctions, or when the thrift stores are dried up and there's really nothing there to buy. When you have kind of a backlog, there's always something there to list.
Right.
Some people's backlogs are way bigger than they need to be, like mine, but.
Yeah, go see if you can find a dumpster.
Well, and that was not to say that, another platform, an additional platform is always good. But that was one of the reasons why I went to Poshmark, was I didn't have to buy more inventory for that platform. All I had to do was put the stuff that was on eBay, I had just transfer it over, do another listing for that. And that way, now I've got more eyes looking at my item rather than just one, one place. So, and I didn't have to spend any extra money. So maybe if that's what you're struggling with, that might be an option.
No. I like having the bigger inventory because I kind of look at it like more lines in the water, the more likely I am to get hits. If I have a very specialized inventory of 100 high-priced items or whatever, and not saying that they don't have value and don't sell, but maybe at that particular day or couple days, there might not be somebody looking for that specific item, so I have kind of a broad brush where I can maybe hook people on different things.
Well, it seems like the sales come in waves. So when that big wave hits, the more desirable inventory you have when the big wave hits, the more you're going to make. If you only have like 100 items and a big wave hits, you may get like 20 sales. But I mean, if you have 1,000 items, you could get 200 sales, So
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true.
Yeah, I've totally ran my business that way forever, and it works. The more items you have, the more items you sell. It's like telemarketers. The more calls they make, the more money they make,
And that's one of the reasons why we throw some stuff on Bonanza and Together. Not that it's a very good platform where you get a lot of sales on it, but I mean, we probably get between the two platforms, let's say 8 to 10 sales a month. Well, some of it will be expensive stuff. I mean, we sold like $200 book carts off of like Bonanza.
We sold those champagne fountains.
A champagne fountain that was another $300. Sometimes we crack, for whatever reason, a big item will crack off there, that maybe it wouldn't have cracked off on eBay yet. So.
Right.
Yeah, the bank don't ask no questions. You take the money to the bank, they never ask where it come from.
Okay.
And I would think it's the same with Poshmark. You might have somebody over on Poshmark that's looking for that specific item that for whatever reason is not looking at eBay at the time.
Yeah.
Am I saying it's a replacement to eBay? Probably not, but it can supplement to eBay, and maybe a
absolutely
to eBay.
Some people are kicking it on Etsy, which we don't really have stories for it, but and some people make fun of Etsy. So I guess if it's for you, go for it or try it. Yeah, I try to try everything where they don't want to do it. Especially with those like Bonanza and Together. Together don't charge anything unless you sell. You don't even need any kind of store or memberships. That's free. And they only charge the comparable to eBay for sales costs. And then Bonanza, you run on their trial thing forever, and you don't have to have a store or anything. So there's no store fee unless you want to. Which I don't know if I want to do that. They really haven't impressed me enough to go for a store subscription, but I'll take it if it's free.
I think I should wash these jackets. I think they just got a little bit of that like snowmobile tinge to it.
Well, those two platforms, I don't understand why people don't do them because they're both you don't pay anything till you sell anything, or you don't have to, and there's no work to be done. It imports and stuff yourself or itself, so you don't even have to do anything. So why not?
I was on there for a little bit and they didn't charge me, but whenever I tried to go back, they tried to charge me.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
No, I think they changed their tier. How they do that. So, maybe you just got grandfathered in, but anybody else that goes in and joins.
Yeah, because we've been on there for a few years. But I tried to get off, and they wouldn't cancel my thing. I just gave up. I said, well, okay, I guess I'm staying on it.
Yeah.
And actually now it's gotten better. I mean, it went from like 1 a month to now we get 3 or 4 a month. I mean, I wouldn't say it's on fire, but it's definitely steadily getting to be a better platform.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely some different platforms out there to take a look at. Mercari, they do hard goods. I mean, you can pretty much put anything up there. And what else is there? So Mercari, Poshmark, There's Bonanza, Together, Tradesy. There's a lot of platforms out there to to sell on. And
Sounds like a wife swap.
I never
party.
even heard of that one.
It sounds like one of those parties you go where every couple puts their car keys in a fishbowl or whatever.
oh gosh.
And
But
is
yeah.
Like a wife swap.
I love that movie, The Grinch. Remember, if you watch The Grinch in the beginning of the movie when they're at the Who's are having the house party, that's what they're doing. They're putting the keys in it. They're doing a wife swap party. They're putting, there's a little adult, it's tongue-in-cheek adult humor.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm like, I was watching. I'm like, wait a minute, back up. I'm like, are they doing what I'm thinking they're doing? I'm like, oh my god, it's a wife swap.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. Not the cartoon one, though. Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Of course, if you look at when the original Grinch was made, that was back when that shit was popular,
It was, yeah. I guess that's for people who don't like each other, but they want to stay married for some reason.
Oh my gosh. I never understood that.
No way. Yeah, that was one that, well, whatever. I mean, everybody's got their own thing, but no. Yeah, not for me.
Well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Hope everybody has a great day and get some good sales and get some listing done. I'm going to get some listing done. I think Sally's going to try and get some listing done. So we're just going to get to work and get some sales. So I hope everybody has a great day, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.